Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing good. Today's a little different. I want to try to give a tutorial on some of my favorite shots. So for example, I've got the stinger, the draw, the fade, stuff like that. So all that goodness. So I guess we'll start off with the driver, because you know, the driver and the putter I feel like are the most important clubs in your bag. If you know how to hit good shots with your driver, then it sets you up to have some really nice second shots and the potential of hitting the green on your second shot, especially on those long par fives. So to start off, we're just going to hit the driver straight, just a straight shot. What I like to do is I like to have the ball set up on my left foot whenever I do this, and whenever you recenter the ball, it kind of already offsets it a little bit. And I'm not using any sort of golf attachments. This is just with the controller. So you can imagine how difficult it probably is without having any sort of attachment. All right, yeah, we'll just see how it goes. So yeah, ball on the left foot, straight down the pipe. You want to make sure that you don't really see your club face in any sort of way. I mean, obviously you don't want to turn it down. You want to keep it straight as possible. And you get your feet set. Whenever you swing, you want to make sure that club comes straight back. That is the most important part. So just imagine you want the club face to just watch the ball as it comes back. And then as it comes up, you don't want to do a lot of wrist motion. But obviously it's like a normal golf swing. But whenever you come down, this is going to be the most important part because there's latency with the club. I feel like there's just like a little bit of delay. You want to make sure that you swing nice and smooth, not too hard. Because if you swing hard, it's not going to work. For example, that's just the straight shot. Nothing too crazy. We'll do it again. See if it's true. I mean, that's pretty straight. That's drawing a little bit. But I think that's because when it came down, I turned it a little bit. Okay, but you're having problems just slicing it. So if you're just slicing it out the park, just like that. I had that issue for the longest time, and I think I figured it out. I mean, it's obviously hard to gauge what you're actually doing with only seeing a club. So this is a lot more difficult than in real life, in my opinion. Whenever you want to hit a straight ball and you're slicing the crap out of it, like, oh, I did everything right, but still has that sort of fade. You can play the fade too, by the way, if that's your go-to. That's what I used to do. Just practice. You don't even have to hit the ball hard whenever you're practicing these. Just kind of hit it soft. Just see if you can hit it straight. Because, I mean, that's probably the best method of learning. Because everybody's swing is different. If you want to experiment, if you want to hit a draw, you want to turn your wrist, but then you also want to come at such an angle to where it's almost like you're hitting it where you don't want to hit it. You know what I mean? You're swinging your club in the direction where your ball has been going. And when you do that, it puts a little draw on it. But I've found that works. If you want to be a draw hit player, that's what you'll do. So you'll just come out to in, like almost like you're curving it like that. Obviously that's exaggerated, but that's a draw. And then to slice, you go the other way. So you'll want to go this way. You'll bring the club face down and out. So you'll go like this. For example, that's a fade. Just want to, it's almost like giving it like a spin whenever you're hitting it. Alright, now onto the stinger shot. The stinger shot is probably one of my favorites to do, especially if there's a lot of wind on the course. So what I like to do, stand with the ball in the middle of my feet. So your club is lined up pretty much like that. And what you want to do is just swing like you're swinging down into the ball. And it will sting. Well, with that one, I went a little bit too much like that. So I need to go a little bit straighter. There we go. So that's how you hit a stinger. You just hit down on it. It's pretty cool. Alright, now on to the irons. So I like to pull out the 7-iron. Irons are probably one of my favorite clubs in the game, though. There's little to no... There's a lot of forgiveness when it comes to the irons. But same concept, you want to line up the club to that line. Is that it? Oh yeah. So, same concept as the driver. This motion is to draw, and then this motion is to fade. So, you can imagine there's a sphere here. That's kind of what you want your club to do in your swing. So to draw, do a little one of those, and then to fade, you'll do one of those. So when I come here to fade it, just go like that. Now obviously if you want to hit it straight, you'll do neither of those and you'll just go straight forward back. Oh. You'll just go straight forward back. Now with the sand wedge, or lob wedge, I'll do lob wedge. There are some pretty cool shots you could do with the lob wedge. Probably not going to be able to display any sort of spins or anything like that. But to spit the ball and to get the most height on it, you'll want to come down on it, almost like you're hitting a stinger with the driver. It's very similar, and you'll want to have the ball sort of in the middle of your feet, but more toward the back. So just hit down. Yeah, that goes, and it should draw if you do the same motion here. It'll fade if you do the same motion here. Try doing a draw here with the lob wedge. Let's say if there's a tree right in front of you and you want to bend it around. Obviously there's not a lot there. We'll try fading it a little bit. And it's just pretty much the same spot every time. Well, getting closer to the pin, let's see if I can hit it. It's close. It's just turned into a challenge. Can I hit it in the green pin? Okay. Enough with that. Another cool shot you could do with the lob wedge is opening up the club face. So if you want to do a flop shot, which is super helpful whenever you're in a bunker and there's a giant hill, or if you fall off the cliff at Pebble Beach, you can get back up there using a flop shot. And to do that, you open up the club face. So I'm just turning my wrist open. You want to keep the shaft perpendicular to where you're standing, or parallel with one of those lines. So it's just dead straight down. Open up the club face and just swing. Flop shots aren't supposed to go super far, they're just supposed to go super high. So with that one, height is 0. Huh. Let me try again. Height 85 that time. So I'll try to flop it in this red thing right here. So you can see it definitely goes super high. Let's pull out the driver again. Let's have some more fun. Actually, I'll show you the hybrid. So the hybrid is really good for 215 yards. I've found that pretty much anything more than that, you'll want to use wood. But this thing pipes. Just pipes. It hits like an iron, so you'll want to hit it pretty much right in the middle of your stance. Put a little bit of a draw on there, so like that, or fade, sorry. To draw, go here. That was way exaggerated. But you know what? That could do a nice bend around a bush. So like if I'm over here, I aim this way and do it. Put a nice bend to it. You could easily get around a tree. Alright, 5 wood. Last of the bunch. The 5 wood, oh, it could be a pain in the butt sometimes. I found you want to put the ball pretty much in the same spot as your hybrid. Originally used to put it in the same spot that I would hit my driver, which would be at my left foot. I found that if you put it more towards your stance, you can hit it a lot smoother. And you really don't want to hit it that hard at all. Like with the woods, you don't want to swing hard. Three wood. You hit him, pretty much hit it straight every time if you keep that club face parallel with one of those lines. And oh, this will be kind of cool. So if you want to hit it super high with the driver, which I know a lot of you do, you want to stand back a little bit. You want to turn the club face almost like you're doing a flop shot. And you just want to make sure you hit it like underneath the ball and then come up, if that makes any sense. So it's very hard to keep this one straight, but I'll try. That wasn't too high either. See how I'm kind of giving it a fade? My swing's always got just a natural fade to it, but give it some draws in there if needed be. Alright, we're going to try it again, but this time try to draw it from this angle. That was a slice. I did not come down on it. I did exactly what I didn't want to do. There we go. That was almost out of the net. 137 feet. So we're going to try hitting it in the green. It's going to be the new challenge here. Oh, I just realized this isn't this. I was using a lob wedge when I was hitting the green. Okay. Lob wedge. Definitely easier to hit, more forgiving. Let's see if I can hit the center of the green here. Come on, be the number. Boom! Let's go. What? That wasn't center? Alright, let me try again. Oh boy. That's gotta be it. Maybe? Yeah. Come on. Oh, that might be it. Nope. Oh, that might be it. Come on. That might be good. It might be short though. Yeah, it's short. You can like hear it. Like that was full power, 100%. That might be too far. Nope. Nope. Alright, come on. That might be it. That might be it. Bang! It's about as close as you could probably get right there. We're gonna call it there. If y'all need any more tips or tricks, let me know. I'm always down to play and help anybody out that's new to this. Yeah, I appreciate y'all watching and sticking around to the end. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Catch you in the next one. Peace.